Alright, so I'm going to hurry it up this time. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'm live. Which I mean that my stream managers don't show me live yet. Hopefully they will shortly. We are going to get this all started. Time. Am I still unstable? Well, I guess as long as I'm not dropping frames, it's still okay. Wait, why am I not getting any sounds through my stream? We are going to get this all started. I think mic looks good. Yeah, should be getting soon. Why am I not getting any sounds through my stream? Oh, where's my playback behind? We are going. Now let's see. Should be getting soon. Okay. So I'm all set to go here. How are you doing, Internet? I'm Nuts. Welcome back to STO. I'm starting the Bridge Bunny Challenge with my competition, hopefully being VShojo. They haven't had the time to respond, I guess, but I will get started, kind of show them how it's done, and hopefully that will motivate them going in. Challenge being to create a captain and crew that looks like the different members of VShojo, and then if they like it, expand further to their own other VTuber and online friends. So I will create a new character, and as I said before, I will go for TOS Starfleet, hoping that my game will run correctly, smoothly, although it is currently frozen, I think. What happens if I switch out? It seems to more or less be caught up with me now. I can make human and Dorian Tellite are Vulcan. To make myself a Tellite. I'm short, but I don't think I'm that short. I don't have an Endorian, but I'm not sure how much customization I have that much. Also, I'm not that warrior race. Make myself human again. Yes, I don't actually have many human characters. And of course, keep him male. I will make him an engineering officer. And do science, which is the healers, tactical, which hits hard, engineering, which makes stuff like turrets. And it's not responding again. I would recommend playing STO in safe mode, which you can get through the options in the launcher. That way, you're a little less likely to crash. It can still happen, it just doesn't seem to happen that often. At least that was my experience on my old laptop. My current one has been pretty good, apart from becoming non-responsive occasionally, like it is now. Hopefully it will resolve soon. I will pause it. Or not. It's just for the hair. On here for him. I kind of like that one, and I gave it to Zach. It doesn't really reflect me, does it? My hair is not that neat either. It's a messy style. Okay, eyes. Bit green. Her color is dark. A test. Why is the testing thing there? I'm not in the triple. That kind of looks like me. Come on, do it. Nope. Not responding yet. Okay. Is that a second? No, it's punk. Definitely not aged. My skin is definitely not that smooth either. I have to pause it every time because of the connection. Tattoos, none of which I have. Give me the control. Not this bad, I think. This gives you more look into my slightly green eyes. Ears are fine. Eyebrows should be bushy. I haven't even picked anything in it. Good thing I can pause my recording, but I can't pause my stream. Average, like what I have, but my nose is pretty small. These might be a bit bigger. I have big nostrils, but not that big. That, oh, it makes it go up. It's fine, I think. Arm my leg longer than my chest. Where's my next one? Don't really waste my stomach. I'm a bit overweight. And get my height down to where I am actually. I'm gonna do for type. And again, I don't think I want type. And we got some very limited option. I don't really have a rank yet. For Pioneer and... No, that was Ranger. Pioneer Operation. And so fine. Advanced. Okay, I think that does it for appearance. Next is name. Let's see if it allows it. Huh, there we go. So the time to start the game and the challenge with the TOS captain. Although that isn't my real name, don't worry. Let's play the tutorial.
Captain's log, stardate 6147.4. We're orbiting planet Taurus 2 in the Murasaki 312 Nebula. Our orders: investigate the disappearance of a science vessel in this area. Search and rescue operations are about to commence.
Still kind of yucky gameplay.
People you can interact with have icons above their heads.
Let's see if I can... Oh, actually the gameplay is... Did I speak too soon?
To move, use the W, A, S, and D keys. To look around, hold down the right mouse button and move your mouse.
You heard it. Move your mouse. Let's see. And for always face forward. Now I can look around. I do have some advantages, but I don't think I can access them yet. Because I don't have the event tab, so I don't have the stuff that I earned over the events.
Lieutenant, we've located the wreckage of a crashed ship down there. I need to get boots on the ground, find out what's going on. Take a landing party down to the surface, assess the situation, and look for survivors.
So beam right down right away, sir.
Not so fast. We can't use the transporters due to atmospheric interference. We'll need to take a shuttlecraft down. Use the sensors to locate a safe landing site.
Sounds good to me, sir. Oh, that's kind of a shame. They replaced Vic Mignonia. He was captaining this, or voicing this captain. And it's a shame because he's such a huge Star Trek. And he even made his own series that continues. I don't go yet. That bridges between the original series and the first movie called Star Trek Continues, which is really good and I highly recommend it. Up to Captain Garrett.
Did you find a suitable landing area?
Yes, sir. There's a good-sized clearing close to the crash site.
Excellent. I've assigned Ensign Mears to your landing party. She's been to Taurus 2 before. Her insight will be quite valuable. Meet up with her and the others in the shuttle bay. Don't forget to grab a phaser in the armory on your way. From what I've read in Jim Kirk's report, Taurus 2 can get a little rough.
Aye, sir. On my way.
Your current tasks will be...
You think I'll let Cryptic know that I don't appreciate them replacing Vic? It hasn't been proved whether or not he actually did anything.
Ensign Tarsi, reporting for duty. The captain's asked me to make sure you get back in one piece, and I intend to do just that.
Thanks, Tarsi. What do you know about Taurus 2?
Let's see. M-class planet? Barely. The Tarians are big, primitive, and quick to anger. I'd keep my phaser handy if I were you. Speaking of which, if you want to follow me to the armory, we can make sure your phaser is properly calibrated.
Right, lead the way. Back when they had the guts to actually call it an armory.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective. Interactable items have a glow around them.
Yeah. I don't have to enter aiming mode to do this. I can also target it and press
Good
1
job, Lieutenant.
or
That
press
should
2.
be enough, unless you want more practice.
No, I'm good. Pressing H should holster it. Oh, I had to get out of the battle first. Oh, I just go to the shuttle bay. Get on to Tarsi again. Oops. Hey, Shorty coming through. What the? Why is there a soldier here? Are there more? Should I be watching out for them? That wasn't a thing before.
Shuttle bay is that way, Lieutenant.
Yes, thank you. Wondering why that happened. And next one, mark. Is there a possible mission here, or is that just nothing? That was so weird. That was not supposed to happen.
Ensign Mears, reporting is ordered. I'm ready when you are. Though I can't say I'm happy to see Taurus 2 again.
Oh, you were here before?
I was one of the so-called Galileo 7, a science team sent to study the Murasaki effect. Our shuttle crashed on Taurus 2. Not all of us made it back to the Enterprise alive.
Right here then.
Thank you. You can see why I'm reluctant to return to such a place.
I do, but you're the only one on board with local experience. Your insight will be invaluable.
Yes, of course you're right, Lieutenant. I am a Starfleet officer, and I will perform my duties. You can count on me.
I never doubted for a second. Thank you. You do get Tarsi as a bridge officer. You don't get Mears.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Promotion. Just by getting on the shuttlecraft. I wasn't expecting to fight anyone yet. It's the Copernicus.
Ugh. It's just as grim as I remember it here. My skin is crawling. I can't help but feel like the creatures are out there, watching us, waiting to attack.
Yeah, they could be.
Right. Okay. It appears the ship crashed somewhere north of here. There are 2 paths from here that lead to the crash site, and there may be survivors on both. I recommend you take Alpha Team along the northwestern path, and I'll take Beta to the northeast. We'll rendezvous at the main crash site.
Sounds like a good plan. See you there.
Remember, your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away.
Yep, that's good.
To sprint, tap the shift key while moving.
Is that a warp nacelle? Whoa. Big.
You know what size they are, you're just not used to them being detached, right? Part of a hull?
Definitely Federation tech here. What's left of a shuttlecraft's coolant assembly, according to my tricorder.
Might be a crash shuttle nearby. Let's take a look.
There's your crashed shuttle. What's left of it, anyway. Look, someone's over there. I think they're hurt.
Let's give them a hand.
Lieutenant, you won't be able to get close enough to revive him while that thing's venting plasma. Those valves should shut down the vents, though.
Sweet. There's one over here. Where is the second one? Oh, over here. Right in the back of the thing. Now we can get to this crewman.
Thank you. We need to move. Those things, they're out there.
Which things? Oh, that thing.
Lauren, look out!
Ouch, folks. Not a story, at least of it.
What do they feed these things? Never mind.
Back to rolling time. Okay. I guess they know that discretion is the better part of valor. Or whatever they use instead. Whatever takes it.
I'm Dr. Phineas Grogan, part of a research team studying the Murasaki effect. Well, I was before the ship crashed. I was looking for supplies when that thing roared. Got distracted and then that plasma coil blew. Damn near killed me.
Well, good thing it didn't actually kill you. If you're wondering why I'm wearing the wrong color shirt, I don't actually have an engineering badge, but I do have the commander one. And so, it will be swapped around. Lucky to be alive, Doctor.
You're telling me? We should get those supplies back to camp. Dr. Mueller's probably worried sick about it by now.
Alright, lead the way. He's actually running a bit.
Am I glad to see you? We thought we were stranded here with those monsters.
We'll have you out of here soon, sir.
Those supplies you brought will come in handy while we wait. Just put them over there for now. You know, I think there's some old phaser rifles in there. Might come in handy against those creatures.
Thanks, I'll have a look. Rifles would definitely be useful.
There are rifles in that crate. We should show the survivors how to shoot them. I'll set up some targets while you get ready.
A phaser? I've never shot one of these before.
Wait, you
can
want me
switch
to
between
shoot
two
this?
equipped weapons by pressing Z.
Already did. I don't have to do that now.
targets are ready, Lieutenant. Let the survivors start shooting and give them some pointers.
Work for me.
Your weapon has an alternate fire mode. The effect of this mode varies by weapon. Activate secondary fire by pressing 2 or clicking the icon.
Great.
I get it. That gives me a lot more control.
Wow, thanks. That feels a lot better.
They're right behind me.
She won't want to come back again. Not after getting spears thrown at her.
Heads up! The Taurians are attacking!
Got your back, News. Oops. I just took a spear to the chest. Looks like I'm a bit hardier, though, than Flores.
We need to get these people to safety, Lieutenant. The Taurians will be back, and in greater numbers.
Of course. You and Tarsi guard the pass while I get the others into cover. I've got nothing to shoot at myself.
Lieutenant, we've held them off so far because they're scared of our weapons. But I don't think that'll last much longer. We've got to fall back to the wreckage. I might have an idea.
Well, I'm open to good suggestions.
Shut the doors! They're right behind us!
Okay, that's shut. What's the next step?
Okay. Last time I was here, Commander Scott, electrified the hull of our shuttle. That drove the Taurians off when they tried to break in. Think we can pull something like that off here?
Maybe, if there's enough charge left in the batteries. This stage wouldn't know if talking metaphorically or not about batteries. Again, different era in television, different effects. Would have preferred the door stay closed, huh?
You did it! Lieutenant, it worked! Bless you, Scotty, wherever you are. I think we owe you a very nice bottle of scotch.
It was an excellent idea. Indeed, so what happened out there?
The Taurians ambushed us. I managed to escape, but the others...
What are you doing outside?
We've got to do something, and fast!
Get the survivors to the shuttle. Marcy and I will rescue the hostages.
I was thinking, we can use our tricorders to track residual heat signatures left by the Taurians.
Like thermal breadcrumbs, eh? Good thinking. This one. Go that way. Oh. The footsteps go this way. Inked it with my personal shield. I didn't know I had it. For that. curl. Ooh, bones. Wonder what depth. Definitely don't want them to get eaten. Gonna seriously throw a rock slab at me?
Lieutenant! We're over here! Help!
Got it.
Thanks for coming back for us, sir. We owe you one. Pretty sure those things were gonna have us for dinner.
Not on my watch. Yeah, we gotta get you out of here.
Fascinating. The Taurians appear to be in a late Stone Age state of development.
Now isn't the best time for an anthropology lecture, Skial.
Well, whenever the case, gotta go.
Am I seeing things? Because those guys picking through the wreckage sure look like Klingons. Just what are the Klingons doing on Taurus 2?
Let's find out. Ready phasers, just in case they're not in the mood for questions. Yep, definitely not in the mood.
Looks like they're not in the mood for questions, Lieutenant.
Agreed.
Enemies sometimes drop items. An item has dropped for you. Move toward the item and press F to loot it.
Darcy's not in great shape. Better help her.
Hey, is that a Klingon pad? Bring it to me. I have some experience decrypting Klingon data.
Good thing she's healing. I don't have anything to heal her with, but I could pick her up.
My little sister's diary was harder to decrypt.
Pardon me.
Sure, Klingons are good at fighting, but computers aren't exactly their strong suit. And voila! One Klingon pad unlocked and ready for your inspection.
Nice work, Ensign. Let's see what's what.
Captain Core, your plan has worked perfectly, sir. Many ships have fallen into our trap. We've snared a few merchant ships and a Starfleet science vessel so far. You'll be pleased to hear that we're picking up a Federation cruiser on long-range sensors. Constitution class. Time to hunt bigger game. Glory to the Empire!
Connie is heading here? You better get the message
Looks
to
like
who
the
needs it.
Klingons are using both guile and brute force here, Lieutenant. A pretty potent combination. The captain's definitely gonna want to hear about this.
Agreed. Let's go. Drops from the sergeant. Has to heal. Again. As long as she didn't
Get back to
put
the
it.
shuttle before more of them show up.
I don't actually know whether or not in or have shown up. They sure do like their grenades. quite a bit of fighting there. His health still hasn't fully recovered. It's going back up. Anything else in here, was it? Here, the shuttle.
We're ready to go when you are. Hope this thing's got enough fuel to get us back to the ship.
That makes two of us.
Are you ready to board the shuttle, Lieutenant?
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And level 3. Let's make sure we don't have to come. That was experience. Oh, sorry, level 2, not level.
We made it. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a shuttle bay. I admit I had my doubts in the beginning. Didn't think I'd hold it together down there. Every time I heard those things roar. But here I am. Thanks for believing in me.
Couldn't have done it without you, Ensign. Thank you. And now there's fighting out there. How did whoever get? Who were we fighting and how did they get on board?
We have some uninvited guests, Lieutenant. We've been boarded. The Klingons have breached the hull on the engineering deck and blocked our access. Since I can't send security in, I need you to secure the deck.
Aye, sir. Recommendations.
Start with the engineering lab. We need to bring our plasma relays back online. After that, secure the armory and main engineering.
We'll handle it, sir. Tarsi, mirrors. Ready weapons and prepare to repel boarders. Should also prepare my bow.
I'm remembering an old Earth adage about leaping from frying pans into fires. Your orders, Lieutenant?
Stay here with Tarsi to help this squad. I'll take care of the weapons.
I'll cover you while you clear out the lab, Lieutenant.
They shut down our primary plasma conduits. Get them running, fast!
It's not common to get downed during the tutorial levels.
Plasma conduits reinitialized. Auxiliary power restored. Now clear out that armory.
Watch out! More Klingons! Enemy
Secondary fire takes a while.
Great work. Secure engineering next if you can.
There's nothing to do in here. They're just phasers lying around. Why didn't I take a rifle then?
We've cleared the rest of the deck, Lieutenant.
Well done. You and Tarsi hold here. I'll clear it. Main engineer. Going to go commander, but he pushed me back.
Bridge to engineering. Please respond.
Where's the thing?
the engineering deck. Check the power relays for the weapon systems. Looks like the Klingons fried them during the fight.
Did you say weapon systems? Because here it says engines. Sir, stand by.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Engineering for engines?
Engines back online. Initiate evasive maneuvers. I need you on the bridge, Lieutenant.
On my way.
Sir, incoming transmission.
Federation starship, this is Captain Core. Surrender if you must, but I'd rather you fight with honor.
I fight with weapons. What do you fight with? Captain?
Good work, Lieutenant. The Klingons will think twice before they try to board this ship again. Now take the helm. We need to get to a friendly sector.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh, I can't change Tarsi's name. I guess the customization will have to start at the second officer that you get.
Sensors are picking up Klingon power signatures in 2 nearby satellites. I'm thinking they're broadcasting the distress signals that lured in our ships. Bring us in close so we can scan them and find out.
Aye, sir.
Increase your speed using E. Decrease your ship speed by using Q.
Q. Yeah.
Science report coming in now. Satellites are using a triaxulating signal. It's strong enough to cut through the interference and reach ships outside the nebula. Clever. Almost a shame we have to blow them up, isn't it?
Aye, sir. Real tragedy.
Use your torpedo to attack enemies who... Warning, ship is under attack.
Let's turn that on.
Nice work. One down, one to go. Looks like this one is shielded, though.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it.
We don't have full impulse yet.
Use your phaser beam to weaken shielded. Use your torpedo on an enemy when their shield is down. The red alert message at the top of your screen will indicate if you are in combat.
Can you hear us? We're under attack by Klingon raiders. Our shields are buckling. Won't last long.
Hold on, Captain. We're on our way. I don't have full impulse.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow.
Now I have
Deactivate
it.
full.
It's a freighter.
Click on a shield that is low on power to repair it.
Okay, but that's not a problem right now.
Thanks for the help. Our engines are offline. Could you transfer some energy and get them started again?
And you, Captain, stand by. Gonna pretend that it's Garrett saying us that to us, not us,
Thanks
since
for
we're not
everything.
the captain.
Good luck with the Klingons.
Safe travels, Captain.
Lieutenant, I've made some modifications to our torpedo launcher. I think you'll like the results.
Acknowledge.
Remember that you can activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow. Activate high-yield torpedo by clicking on the icon or
Your head will decorate my bridge.
Unlikely.
More Klingon ships detected on long-range sensors, sir.
Stay in an intercept course, lock weapons, and fire at will.
Captain has its own words.
warning. Ship is under attack.
Where are my weapons? Messed up. Nice.
This is the USS Enterprise. Acknowledge, please.
Knowledge Enterprise, en route to your position now.
So, the cub comes to fight beside the wolfie, and now you will die with him as well.
It turns out that the Enterprise itself was the Constitution-class ship they were talking about. Let's come about and flank it. In junction with the Big E.
This isn't over, Kirk. I will avenge myself upon you and your lackey.
He ran. Well, discretion again, I guess.
Thank you for your assistance.
Sensors indicate there are no enemy vessels remaining in this sector. Our actions today should deter the Klingons from further acts of piracy in the area, though they are often far from logical in such matters. Thanks for the update, Commander. Safe travels. Pioneer out.
Congratulations,
Looks like we're done here,
Lieutenant.
people. Starfleet Command wants us and Enterprise back for a debriefing on this mess. Helm, set a course for Earth space dock, warp factor 3.
Very well. Get a good look at the Enterprise. So, we'll do that then, really. A lot of the same parts on our little Connie, or on our little Pioneer class as on the Connie. Except there are some older parts on it. The antenna bits on the warp nacelles that aren't on the Enterprise anymore. Alright, let's go.
Looks like we're done here, people.
Plus, the Pioneer's got a tiny secondary hull. What's going on with my stuff? Little shirt tug there.
Captain Garrett wants to see you in his office, Lieutenant. But he says to feel free to mingle with the other officers first. I'd take him up on that if I were you. I mean, how often do you get the chance to meet the crew of the Enterprise? The best of the best.
They are indeed, and it is a good chance. Definitely won't pass it up. I click the thing, it's supposed to move. Hey, check it out. It's that engine. That engine. Welcome to Earth Space Dock. School ESD. And talk to her from the chair.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I didn't enjoy going back to Taurus too, but we got the job done thanks to you. Starfleet First Officers must be my good luck charm. Captain Garrett has requested me for a new logistics position here at ESD. Might not be as glamorous as the Final Frontier, but I've accepted. Until next time, good luck out there.
And you, Anton, take care. I'm sure she enjoys it a bit better. Brand and this fellow's not named. Boy and Scotty and Chekhov.
That was some fine work back there, friend. It's not every day one walks away from a brawl with the Klingons. You look familiar. If you don't mind me saying so. Have we met before?
Yeah.
Ah, must be my imagination then. You meet a lot of folks serving in Starfleet, to be sure. By the way, I heard you ran into the local wildlife on Taurus too. Right unfriendly devils, aren't they? I won't be forgetting those gigantic spears anytime soon. Look me up sometime. We'll have a drink and share some caveman tales.
Thanks, Lieutenant Commander. I could use a good drink. And
If you're going into the lion's den, you'll need a medical officer.
I'm gonna offer you some free advice. Don't be afraid to listen to the advice of your CMO, especially when it's followed by the words doctor's orders. In my experience, officers in command branch tend to get hearing problems in such circumstances. I'll keep that in mind, though I'm not in command. You know, it feels like this isn't the first time I've given you some advice. Know anything about that? Yes, I do. Sorry. As a Vulcan colleague of mine might say, fascinating. I'll let you get back to it, Lieutenant. Thanks for the help back there on Taurus. Don't mention it, Doctor. He's the real McCoy. Yeah, if you're wondering about the voice lines, they lifted them from episodes. They didn't actually have the resources to call upon actors to voice.
We were in Starfleet Academy together.
Always nice to see someone from the Academy indeed. Class of 2268, yes? I seem to recall an incident involving you, a Rigelian flame rose, and the unfortunate activation of fire suppression systems during one of Professor Taban's lecture. Very cold, almost like Soviet winters. Kinda cool they made it so that they were classmates. Your character, if you're TOS, and Chekhov. Made a pretty positive impression on Cadet Winstead, however. How to get on the good side.
Lieutenant Uhura of the Starship Enterprise.
Leave it to the Klingons to set a trap inside the Murasaki effect. I don't think they'll try anything like that again soon. Be careful though, Klingons tend to hold grudges. Your friend Captain Kora might try to settle the score with you down the road. Good advice, Lieutenant. If he wants a rematch, I'll be ready.
May the great bird of the galaxy bless your planet.
I understand you were at the helm during the fight with the Klingons. That was some fine flying. Give it up and you might get the chance to helm a Constitution class. From what I've seen, you're up for the challenge. Thanks, Lieutenant. I hope I'll get the chance. And we go to see the captain. I can't say we quite measure up to the Enterprise crew, though. So I do look up to them. Medic. Minute. Bonk. What are you doing here?
Thanks for coming. I have some good news to share. First off, Fleet promoted me to Admiral. I'll be working with Deep Space Command on several exploration initiatives there. Our ship's going to need a new captain. I've talked it over with Command. They agree with my recommendation. You. Congratulations, my friend. I know the ship will be in good hands once I'm away. Don't think you've gotten rid of me, though. I plan on keeping you plenty busy out there.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. Every generation, Starfleet officers hear the call of duty. Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict. But there are many who oppose peace. If the Federation is to be saved from chaos, new officers will need to take up the task of restoring peace. Live long and prosper, Lieutenant.
It seems that something anomalous is happening. But good speech by Spock. Notice that Admiral already.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
He already has a different patch on his shirt. Don't know if I can give you a good angle to see it again. Here we go. And it's definitely very different from the Pioneer.
I have some new orders for you. I've outlined important people you should talk to while visiting Earth's space dock. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft. Stay safe out there.
We'll get slightly outfitted before we proceed.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
I need to go to the turbo. There's a recent promotion to command of a starship, despite being a lieutenant. Can help you adjust the details and particulars of your uniform within regulations, of course. This is a good time to update your uniform with your new rankings. It's paused again. Have to wait for it to catch up. We'll do it. Eventually. Pause the recording while we wait. I might roll back that other Windows up too. I don't remember it being this slow. So I haven't streamed that much STO anyway. Really given a lot of hang time. Why do I have so many additional outfits? I won't get that by default. Maybe it's from other stuff that I've unlocked. Although I didn't think they were across the entire account. Ah, there we go. Should now be able to go to uniform and patch it. Since I'm command, technically I should change my uniform over to command. No. Command wears gold. BOS, but then they wear like Anakin. I think I'll keep it. I don't have a belt. I don't. I would have to buy a belt. Give Tarsi any rank stuff? Oh, I could rename her. Oh no, I can rename the outfit, not her, I think. Yeah, it's the outfit name, not her. If I can't, if I'm unable to rename her as one of the VShojo girls, there's no point in customizing her yet. Have enough experience to promote her. Don't have the ability to edit. Bridge officer may not be renamed. So it is official. First officer cannot help you with that. Shuttle, right? May as well. Oh, I have access to a legendary ship already. It's the one? This is the ship I have. This is a cheerful. Really can't use it here. Well, I may as well add it at least. What do I call it? I could name it in honor of the first of the VShojo girls to have caught my attention. Or one of her things. I can't get it. I'll try going back in and see. No, I can't. See, what it's going to do though is because it's T6, but I don't have the level requirements, it'll restrict some of the things that so it's not going to matter that I have it. For this one, I'm not sure I can do that at the same time. See what happens. Ah. I can do it properly and just push it in and out. The dry dock, that is. Alright, let's go talk to the Admiral.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your minimap.
I have access to the thing. I have something. I'll pick up some stuff that events that will be useful. Get that for free. Give this to Darcy. Said give this to Darcy. That on there. It's to me. here, get an armor. And give that one to me. Let's see, can I upgrade it and then give it a mark? Let's see. I don't have the events tab yet. I'm not out of the technically out of the tutorial area yet. One thing someone's done that's kind of crazy but also kind of cool was they decided to stay in this area until not only were they level 65, but they had their reputation system ranked up to tier 6. And right now I don't have any of them, but once you reach a certain level, you get access to the reputation system, which means that he repeated missions a lot in order to avoid going into the open area.
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, I can give you new orders. Stay safe out there.
You have just earned your first skill points. Click here to learn more.
So I could put it in, but I'll wait.
Ever hear of Edrin 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with the Gorn there, and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our new people up, in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
I don't know if you can customize Gavin either, but he's not going to help with the mission.
Stay safe out there.
Click this button to beam up to the system map.
One more thing I want to check on before we just see if there's a mail. I don't even know that there's bank or exchange on this version of a space dock. And again, I've never really looked. If there was, you could basically just stay in the area and still have all of the functions that you would need. Basically, you just have where, custom, that kind of thing. Just do random stuff. Be up. Those customizations like that are free. But you have to change what your active starship is in order to do it. If I add the which else? This takes Dibuthium. At least then you'd be able to choose them, but he doesn't have any dough. From this, right? Which I can't use. Alright, so there is no bank and no mail here. That makes sense though. The stuff that I would get doesn't exist in this timeline. Leading to the ship. I wasn't even recording. That's fine. Was I not recording for it? Was I waited?
Click on this button to warp out to sector space.
The button is covered. In any case, promoted, I did some customization, but not on anything that actually matters for our challenge. And I also added 2 ships to my roster. Yes, and I gave this for an event to my ship. May as well put these in. Not really gonna matter that much. Hang on a bit. I could theoretically put these up for sale, but I don't know if they would matter a lot. Give this to me, and this to Tarsi. Quite different. Not all that much. Not promoted.
Click on the icon beside your mission to order your crew to plot a course to your next mission. You are now in Sector Space. Sector Space is the main overworld map of Star Trek Online. From here, you can travel to different planets and systems. Sector Space is a no-combat zone.
Ensign Hunter, welcome aboard. I'm Security Chief Tarsi. Settling in okay?
It's going to take a little getting used to.
I can imagine. You'll be working with me in security, so if you need anything...
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. Us red shirts stick together, right?
Right. You can count on me, Chief.
He's wearing a yellow shirt. I think isn't very fast. I will pause the recording again until we get there. But those of you who might be sticking with the stream, you're gonna just have to wait. Even the map is cool and with limited scope. Looks like that Enterprise is slightly faster than somehow. Maybe they switched the gear. That's impulse, that's a phaser, that's a shield. There seems to be some glitchy stuff going on. But no, that should just say that we got turbulence. Why is it glitching out? I have the highest settings on. Almost there. Up on Edrin system now. Price has already gone in. What's the OBAC do? Let's begin. A lot of this stuff is single player. Missions at least. Pause the recording again and wait. And I'm wearing gold. Lieutenant, we're reading several Gorn ships on our sensors as well as the USS Jinghe. Jinghe is hailing us now. On screen.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhangha. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace.
How can we help, Captain?
Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
I'll send a team to the surface then. Pioneer out. Captain, the Gorn are scanning us. They might not be talkative, but they are curious about us. Orders? Maintain course, steady as she goes. And caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked. Well, I doubt they'll do anything unless we do something. We've entered the orbit.
Transporter room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Very good, engine. Stand by for transport. Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures in the orbit space near Edrin 4. Recommend we perform a deep scan of each. They could be hazardous. Reed, bring us into sensor range. Oh, it's me who is piloting. Strange for a moment there. What have you got? It's nothing, Captain. Thought I was picking up an impulse drive. False alarm. I'll recalibrate the sensors. Don't want to be jumping at shadows here. Very well, carry on. Captain, the science and engineering teams indicate they have made it to the surface and made contact with the science team from the Jinghe. The rest of the landing party is standing by in transporter room 1. They're ready to beam down when you are. Energize.
During missions, you can select the members of your away team from the away team selection screen.
Now I just have Tarsi. But I'm still moving. I do have some gear, but I didn't use my skill point.
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavrin, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
What's your background, Skavrin?
My first assignment out of the Academy was on Vulcan, working at a geothermal power site in Shikar. Great people, the Vulcans. Good at arguments, though all the logic comes off a little dry for my tastes. This is my first deep space assignment, and I'm damn glad for it. Hope we're going to travel to more than desert worlds, though. I hear Ryza's nice this time of year.
Right here. Glad to have you aboard, Ensign.
You can find mission objectives on your mini-map or by pressing the scan area key.
Dr. what? board. Engine ready. Enter.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure. This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets.
Preparing save.
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed.
I guess that would be a reason to crank it
There
up.
might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure. The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. Either my tricorder's broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur.
No, it's told me that long before your tricorder ends in.
Mortar fire! We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass! We can't reach the camp! Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
EOS scoring that. And a rubber masky. Let's use some of our advantage, shall we? The Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces on the surface and orbit. Captain McKinnon tried to explain, but they aren't responding to any hails. We're defending ourselves and the Pioneer shields are up, which means we can't beam you back to the ship. Afraid you're on your own for now. Understood? We'll find a way back.
Over there! There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Let's see if we can skirt around. So, my guys might engage anyway. But I wanted to try not to have to kill him.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp before the Gorn use the Zhangha's science team as target practice.
Alright, where did we find said bomb?
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. We're
Let's
going
get
to
it
be
done.
Behind us!
And okay, the arrow is closer. thing that mineral lich. Get around him. May as well pick up what he dropped. Have to eat all the time. At him before he could throw his rock. Yeah. Oops. I don't have anything that Qapla will eat. At least. Hold on to this, would you? You have to caution if you have a tribble in your inventory with some food, it will eat the food and multiply. Who's he firing at? Bamboo. Okay. See now.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. Hope you're a good shot.
Understood. Work quickly.
Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that. Finer. Careful with that. Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully. I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind.
It's around.
We're just about done. Done! Now let's get these bombs in place.
Get to it from there.
The bombs are primed to blow. You should move to a safe distance.
Looks like I could have used my crystalline prisms for bombs.
Fire in the hole!
Only once? You're supposed to do it like 3 times. No, it worked. We can climb up now. Should be able to climb it, right? Did I do it wrong? The heck? I'm stuck. Supposed to climb out of the canyon, I'm sure. We go. That's it. I don't know why it slid like that.
Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
Yeah, that wall was supposed to be a wall. You knocked me right off my feet. You seem to not have any health left. Oh, now you do.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the academy.
Safe now. Join your people on the shuttle and head back to Shinki. In one piece. It's clear up here for the moment. Transporters are standing by. You must. Looks like the Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain, but this MP's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now. On screen.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people.
Nothing's needed, Captain. What's your status?
We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online.
We'll head to your position. Maybe we can get you up and running faster.
Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back.
Come, put us between the Zenghi and the Gorn.
You can fire all weapons at once by pressing the space bar.
Already done. It's a Drake. Ouch. Use a little bit of help. Good. Away.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one.
Are the repairs coming?
Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress.
There are some spare supplies we can beam over to assist you.
Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing.
Send your data to us. We'll have some of my crew take a look.
Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
Knowledge, stay safe. I see it. Look at that debris field.
Captain, the crew of the Shanghai were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damn peculiar.
Proceed.
Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them.
Can you tell who did it?
Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
Let's see what's out there. Come, set a course.
Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans.
Romulans? Are you sure?
I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
Red alert. Tactical. Target their subsystems to disable.
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back in full strength though.
I thought the defense satellite wasn't working at first. Now it is. Stable. You have to wait for us to get out of convoy.
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise.
Captain, we have data that proves the Romulans attacked that ship.
I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain?
I'm setting data that exonerates us.
Most convenient, Captain. But I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Something to add? Engineer Scavin?
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
Make it happen, Scavin.
No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
We'll see about that. Oh, the part from the twists, they look pretty clean. That in the proper perspective.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
Perhaps one day we will explore together.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take the class now.
And with good reason. Good luck, Captain. All decks reported and Pioneers ready to disembark on your order. Take us out. Warp 3.
Most missions can be turned in remotely.
Good to hear
Click
from
the
you.
icon next
I've read Captain McKinnon's report. Sounds like things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done. Stay
Congratulations,
safe.
Lieutenant.
Could rename Squadron, but not gonna do us any good for our challenge. The first two officers didn't do me any good.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways, fast. Stay safe out there.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
I think they told us that already. It may take a while to get to K-13, so I'm going to pause my recording again. Stream can once again enjoy view of the Pioneer. Getting anything new? This rifle doesn't actually shoot very hard, does it? Does it? The same. Let's give it to Tarsi. Oops. I can give Skyrim some armor. may not be able to help us complete the mission, but he will help us to complete various missions in general. And I am officially still approaching the point where I can participate in the challenge myself. Story and everything else goes. Not there yet. We arrived near DSK 13. This is odd. I'm not picking any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all. K-13 or the other ship's system. I've scanned for signs of enemy ships or activity. Sensors aren't detecting enemy vessels or warp signature. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yellow alert. Prepare for approach. Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons. They fired first. Why would other Federation ships fire us? All ships disabled, Captain. What was this extra shot for? Captain, those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol the sector. I don't think that was a war game or training sim. The weapons were at full power. See if you can raise any of the ships. Use all channels. Try whatever it takes to get through.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! This station came from the station!
Who's taking control? What's happening? None of that sounds it's any good. Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately. Captain Doherty mentioned this station. Bring us close enough to scan. More than close enough. No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostile life form readings either. Everything's quiet. Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All the station systems seem to be functioning normally. I think we should beam over and have a look around. Have a landing party meet me in the transporter room. Of course, we only have the two, so that's bring with us. Lighting seems odd. The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay is still operational. Over to the right. Scorch marks. There's blast points on the wall out from phaser fire. There was a fight here, but with whom? No sign of Klingon or Romulan weapon fire, just Federation. Got a bad feeling about it.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected.
Infected with what?
Neural parasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, the better to render them fit for infestation.
Well, as you can see, we're friendly. Isn't it?
Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status.
A logical precaution. Ensign, scan away.
Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Tell me more about them. I want to know what we're dealing with.
They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will, and do so to discourage attempts at resistance. While effective, this punishment can lead to permanent neurological damage or death. At this time, most of the station personnel have become infected. While there is a possibility of uninfected survivors, I must warn that it is remote.
I see. Any recommendations?
According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer.
Huh.
As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
I'll take any edge I can get. In the meantime, let's see if we can get anyone else via the comm system. This is Lieutenant Cumberbatch of the USS Pioneer. Is anyone on the station able to respond?
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
I see. We're safe in sick bay. Can you join us here?
I'm afraid not. I'm in the artillery control room down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Understood, Scotty. We'll make our way to you. Remember Snatchat.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Excellent, Ensign. You're with us. Let's gear up and head to engineering. I think I already most of what would be useful. If there's anything else apart from an invisible wall. These are bound to me. Don't bump at all. Fine. That's what. Give them to the end, Skyrim. Provided but the same. Almost looks the same, but not exactly. And I still don't have enough to promote. Alright, let's proceed.
We may be able to gain useful knowledge by scanning one of the infected.
Can't see. Oh, now I can.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on this station within the last 4.2 hours.
Fascinating indeed. Let's keep moving. I had trouble getting past. Can't seem to target this one. In there. That or he's just frozen in place. But I doubt that's likely. Let's try the pistol. It doesn't open. That hurt a bit. Get some resource here. That's great. Another error. Seems like if I move away, you end up with at least one person who's standing up. Alcoves would be nasty places for them to hide.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet Medical Database.
Let's not keep him waiting.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
That's ultimate.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
That's pretty much what Scotty meant for it to do. So, yeah.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We'd better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Oh, those duotronic relays. Glad you're with us, Scotty. Lead the way.
Equip a pit to gain new ground combat abilities.
This is...
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here.
You can use a grenade launcher. Oops.
That one was easy. Just a few more to go. Alright, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Thanks for the reminder. It'll do much either way. Whoops.
Enemy targets on sensors.
But remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are.
Oh, that's not a happy sound.
I'll have this fixed up straight away. That takes care of that. No trouble at all.
No trouble at all, little.
This one just needs to be
Enemy targets on sensors.
No, they're just floating around here.
There we are. Good as new.
Oh wow. They're really taking a chunk out of my health. It might have been that guy too. I'm not the only one. Best to get a move on. All of those are dark. No? Looks like our health is back.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Yes, thank you for the reminder.
Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer.
I'll make it a bit easier.
There we are.
We need to go this way. And like my odds of getting around without having to deal with more. Alright, let's turn on the lights.
It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Alright, Scotty, stay safe. Not done yet. Jeffrey's Tube. Not the most inviting place when you have limited space.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Seen their type before. I wonder why they're here. Well, let's bring the lights online at least. They definitely didn't like that.
The parasites, they're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
He's not happy. Maybe I should put down a murder. I don't know if that's the right direction to face it.
We need to talk.
Now's not a good time, Hunter.
Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now.
Okay.
The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us.
Why?
They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again.
Alright, is there a faster way to do this?
It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
There was something to pick up. There we go. Looks like everyone took some pretty big hits. But it's not going to matter once we beat. But the map will be the first one that they can actually modify. It actually matters in loading quite slowly if none of those lights are. And for now, now it's moving. The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is having us, Captain. On screen.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
Thanks, Scotty.
This is Captain Seralto, the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened?
The crew was taken over by neuroparasites. We've defeated them. Now we need your help fighting this alien ship.
Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Acknowledged.
Something's wrong. We're not doing any damage.
The Ptolemy has been destroyed. They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion burst could disrupt it.
That was neat. Question is, did it actually work? Well, we seem to be doing some damage at least. Let's put some distance between it and us. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. We do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate immediately.
Acknowledge.
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
They usually don't travel like that's for sure. Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals inside the station. And we missed some people. They're gone.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time.
Let's hope so, Scotty. There's no other choice.
Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure one of the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Thanks, Scotty. Give my regards to Captain Kirk and the others.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Understood. We'll talk soon, Daniels, and I'm going to need some more answers. Go.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board. But they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
My question is, do we want to rename her now that we have her? There are limited options for customizations on a Vulcan. Plus, when I rename the green officer, that already? Skills that she have. Oh, I'd have to retrain her anyway. It's gonna take a while again. Has pointed ears. It does, but she also has horns. Change the ears. Maybe make her. Is it taking too long? Maybe I had better do this off stream instead. But I wanted to be able to do everything on stream. I will have to roll back the other update in Windows. I definitely don't remember these being quite as slow as this. That's me, not and do it off screen. There are other things that need to get done today, especially before my work shift. So, since this is taking so long right now, I'm going to do some stuff off screen. I'm going to roll back Windows Update, and this will be my first version of Mill. It will become Melody. But for right now, having laid down the challenge and started it, I will leave this first part here. Fortunately, it doesn't look like I can get any further. So, challenge is laid out and set. VShojo, feel free to join in. Not really her stance. That kind of is. Not 6'1". You should bring her down a bit more to my level. Like this. Not make her makeup. It's going faster now. Purple, which you can't do here. Can make it dark blue. Kind of dark blue. Yeah, but anything to do with that. Attach anything to earn. She is herself connected. Really need any. Earrings, hairstyle is where we can change things. Sure. And we could go ponytail. Usually just long, but not very. Short. Go with ponytail style. This. And definitely change the color. He has purple with blue hair. I don't think it really needs to change any of that. Is this agree? Most of it the same. First is grip. A bit. That. No, but well, fine. I'm gonna give her the ranks. I pay for both of those. Change Pioneer Medical. If I can find it. Kind of die. And then oh, if I do them in white, I like the one she has in some of her costumes. Burn. Her belt. Oh, don't the dagger. It killed. That'll do at least for now, I think. Would have to change the color. For now, that fits the area as well. This. Rename her. Hello, Buffresh, and welcome. It's just about to wrap this up. But how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Great to hear, Buffresh. I'm good as well. I'd give you a raid. Oh, I thought you'd give me a raid. I appreciate it very much, Buffresh. Thank you for the raid, if you decide to do so for me. Oh, you're off for dinner now? Enjoy your dinner. I'm going to do a late breakfast after I get off from my own stream. Thank you for the follow, Buffresh. Greatly appreciated. Right, I have my first. Fly safe, Captain. Thank you, Buffresh. You as well. So I have my first VShojo Bridge Bunny right here, as per the challenge. And I will continue on in the next one.
Babel. Caridian rebels have taken several Federation trade officials hostage. They're threatening to kill them unless the UFP withdraws from the Corridan sector. I'd like you to work with the negotiation team and try to resolve this peacefully.
It really sounds strange.
Captain,
And that
I need to speak
place
to you in my quarters. I think it's... There's more to this mission than you realize, Captain.
He's gonna talk more. I don't want to interrupt him.
Something's not right. I'll explain shortly.
You are now in sector space.
Yeah, we already know that. I really don't like the new voice on Admiral Isaac Garrett. I liked the way that Vic voiced him. He sounded more compassionate. This guy is more snippy. Anyway, the Pioneer will be a bit getting around to Babel. In the meantime, I will begin the process of signing off, I believe. Again, thank you for the raid, Fresh. I wonder if I can do the shoutout from here. Or did he already leave? I guess I'm not set up for it. Be sure to check out Buff Fresh's stuff and streams whenever they're online. And thank you as well for watching. We are approaching Babel. But I will continue on later. Hopefully I can have a few more buffs set up for later. But I have begun the challenge. The gauntlet has thrown down VShojo. Can you catch me? Maybe get past me as well. So thank you all for watching. If you liked it, of course, you can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, like, comment, and subscribe over on YouTube, and get notifications and alerts whenever I go live. I will now choose someone to raid myself. You know, it's between Merryweathery, who's an artist, and Wolfie also an artist. So thank you all for watching, and until the next one, please do stay safe, stay healthy, and remember to be awesome to one another. Bye.